Okay, there's a lot of things I really need to talk about, such as The Disastrous Life of Saiki, one of my most favorite animes that has been out for a very long time. If you haven't heard of The Disastrous Life of Saiki, then you must be living under a rock, because this anime is really good. It's basically about this kid who has very OP powers, and since I watched One Punch Man and Mob Psycho 101, it's almost compared to those two animes, but I say that the comedy is like top notch. Maybe almost similar to One Punch Man. Not too similar, but almost similar to it. Since I have Crunchyroll and all that stuff, it was easy for me to watch these shows, except for The Disastrous Life of Saiki, which was only on Netflix, which is really odd because the show has been around for a very long time. Then again, the streaming service of anime don't have every show on it, which is a big disappointment. Saiki was probably the most amazing show. It's funny, characters are good, and if it did get a reboot, which it did technically, but I don't think it's gonna get a season 2 anytime soon. So Saiki is a good anime. A lot of people should watch it. I recommend you go watch it. Now let's talk about it. This is one of those overpowered main characters anime. You get instantly turned off when you watch it, but you should stay in tune when you're watching Saiki. The comedy won't start immediately, but once the show starts getting to good stuff, you'll be pulled in quite quickly. Saiki has, psychic abilities almost similar to Mob's, but his power seems more powerful than Mob's. It's not really explained too much, but the way they explain it is, I think he might be almost as powerful as Mob. In this show, Saiki doesn't use his powers for like fighting or he does use it to save the world most of the time. He mainly uses it to protect his friends and family and to hide his identity from the world. Saiki wants to be a loner, so he doesn't really want that much friends, which is really cool for this character. This is like almost the same personality as Saitama, who's like looking for a challenge, but at the same time he doesn't really care about showing off his powers too much. But so that's why he has this bland personality. The bland personality I like is we have Saitama, we have Mob, and now we have Saiki. They all have this bland personality, and of course they attract a lot of attentions from other people. Saiki has a lot of friends. Like there's Nendo, the dumb guy, and there's Takakashi, who's the popular girl who's extremely pretty. Her motivation is to get Saiki to say how amazing she is, but he doesn't. And throughout the show, you get to see the characters grow. Well, mostly Saiki. He grows a lot in this show, and that's like an amazing improvement for a character like this. Since Saiki does grow and we have him slowly maturing, but then again, with the reboot came out, it technically just diminishes his character development, which is odd. I don't know why they did that, but they did it anyway. I don't like the changes too much. I mean, I think the comedy is like a little bit more different since, the times has changed. We have the comedy did change a lot more different from the original series, which is a big disappointment. We don't have more pop culture reference, which is different from the original, and the comedy that focuses on most of the time the comedy is slapstick, but now it's just weird. Now I don't know why they make some of these changes. These changes are completely unnecessary. Well, that's all I have about Saiki. I recommend you guys should totally watch it. It's a really amazing show. I'm Crystal Plush, and I hope you hate